After the break, Good Morning America returns with Iona, who produced and starred in the new action-packed movie Freebird. Hi, Robin. Thank you so much for having me. It is my pleasure to be here. This is really a dream come true. Thank you. Yeah, you look good yourself too. I am just so excited because my newest movie is going to be coming out in the theaters next weekend, and it's going to be called Freebird, and I hope you all go to see it. Yeah, it's a dream come true. For years, I wanted to produce a movie that was really inspiring to young girls, and one that sort of combined all my loves: animation, live action, and cartoons, which I create. And the fourth thing is starring me as the superhero in the movie. I brought some clips, and I'd love to show them to you, so maybe we can run one of the clips now. Excuse me, Tom, is there a problem with the clip? Oh, okay, you want to try it again? Yeah, that's fine. Tom, what's the story? Okay, figures. Technology's not working today. Well, I'll just have to let you know what's going on that you would have seen. So, the movie starts with me as a preschooler, and it's nighttime. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. It's pitch black. My mother walks into the room, and she wakes me up, and she says, "Come on, get in the car. We have to drive to Miami." And we get in the car with my grandmother and my younger brother. And really, I sleep most of the way because it's in the middle of the night. And the adults are just talking adult stuff, and I don't pay one bit of attention and just fall asleep. When we arrive in Miami, we pull into a huge parking lot and then get in line. We arrive early so we can be one of the first in line. And at 8 o'clock, a bell rings, and we are able to start entering. We have to go through a scanner and take off our jewelry, take off our shoes, and walk inside. And when we get inside, there is a lovely blue room, and it's got cartoon characters painted on the walls. And on one side of the room, there are toys for kids, and on the other side of the room, there's tables and chairs for the adults. So figure, you know where I'm headed. I go right to the toys. And I'm playing with the toys, and I look up and I see a man coming in an orange jumpsuit. And I recognize that it's my uncle, who I love. He's so funny. And I run over to see him, and he does what he always does. He pulls my ponytails, and then he laughs. And then I laugh. That's my fake laugh, but he doesn't know it because I really do not like him pulling my ponytail. So that's the end of the first scene you were going to see, and perhaps you can see the next scene. Tom, can we play the next clip? Tom, is it still not working? Technology, folks, it's not working. Next scene, fast forward 6 years. I'm 9 years old. It's in the middle of the night again. My mother comes in my room. She wakes me up. We're going to Miami. She gets me in the car along with my grandmother and my little brother. But this time, I asked my mother, "Ma, why is Uncle in prison?" And she turns to me and says, "He was accused of doing a terrible thing, but he is innocent. He did not do what they're saying he did, and he is innocent. Well, I just was mortified. I had no idea that my uncle was in prison for supposedly doing some terrible thing, but yet he's innocent. So I take out my pad of paper and I take my colored pencils and I start drawing, because one, I love to draw, and two, it relaxes me, and it also gets my creative juices going. And I start drawing a picture of a young girl who is a superhero. And what her abilities are is that she can get into prisons and unlock the doors of my uncle's cell and let him out. Because he's innocent, he shouldn't be there. Well, took me the whole time right up till we got to Miami, drawing different characters. And then I forgot about it for years and years and years. And just recently, when I was writing the script for Freebird, I wanted to, like I said, I wanted to do a superhero, and I thought of that storyline that I had developed when I was 9 years old, and I thought, that's really a great idea. So I decided to call the superhero girl Birdie, and I gave her a secret that no one knows. And the secret is, when she says a special code that only she knows, what happens is she starts to shrink. She gets smaller and smaller and smaller, and she turns into animation, and she becomes a bird that's so small but so beautiful that can fly up into the air. And one of the other special characteristics that this bird has is that with another secret code, the bird can become invisible. That is, with the exception of one talon. This stays visible the entire time. Now, how do I get inside the prison was the next dilemma that I was faced with as I was writing this script. And I decided that because Birdie can become invisible, she could find a crack in the door or a crack in the wall or near a window, and she could get into the prison that way. And once she got into the prison, she could flap her wings. Don't forget, they're invisible. And then when she sees the cell door of an innocent prisoner, that talon turns into a super silver sonic sensor, and swish, the door opens and out comes the innocent person. Now you're probably wondering what comes next. Well, you know, there's a lot of adventures because I have to get all of the innocent people out of that fortress. So there's fighting with the guards and mystery of how to get out. And then when they're outside, we have to figure out where they're going to go to a place where they can be safe for the rest of their life and be free. But I'm not going to tell you anymore. I mean, this is an adventure-packed movie, I must tell you. And I am not going to tell you anymore because I want you to go see it. So for now, I am going to say, bye everyone. It was great seeing you. And don't forget, go to the movies. It's worth it.
When I was younger, we had all these videos around the house. I would wonder what they were. And and my brother home at home while they went to the bowling alley. So I wanted to watch television. We didn't have a remote at the time, so we had to go up and change it. So my brother came fussing, saying, "It's my turn to watch TV." I was like, "No, it's my turn." And he pushed me. He pushed me to the radiator. And I had a big hole in my head. And he wanted to get a rag. Not any type of rag, but a dirty rag. And I was panicking. So he went to call the local hospital on the bridge. And it was close, it was nearby our house. And so we went to get in the taxi. And he asked what happened. He told us to call our mom. We called our mom and told her what happened. And he gave me a shock because he gave me a dirty rag on my head. So my mom came, she asked what happened. I told her that he pushed me into the chair and I fell out the chair into the radiator. And then she said, "Is it really true?" I said yes. And to this day, she asked what happened and I told her the same